So when I was young, I used to play with Lego a lot. I mean, I think it's a great catalyst for creativity, imagination. We all saw the ad where there's a Lego block and the silhouette of plane and whatever whatnot. So I think it's they said in theater class that if you do this is distracting. You're not supposed to do that, but this is not theater. This is we're not that professional yet because we don't have a studio. So I thought, why not just rekindle that fire, this drama therapy shit, and just play for 1 hour. So this is how it turns out. I got the, I bought it from like a. It's supposed to be. What is it supposed to be? Let's see what it says. It says Philadelphia and Independence Hall. So I thought it was Liberty Hall. No, it's not Liberty. There's the Liberty Bell. So we have the Independence Hall, and this is 17. This is freaking 1783. The Declaration of Independence just passed Lincoln, and we have Benjamin Franklin here, right? And he goes there. He one day goes to the Independence Hall, and he goes, and it's snowing. It's Massachusetts. It's the Plymouth Rock and everything, and this is Mayflower right here. This Mayflower right here. Well, we need a Mayflower. What is the ship? Imagine. Okay, this is okay. Let this be Mayflower, right? So this is Mayflower, and and he goes. He took his his and he took it. The horse. And it's Arabian horse, right? And he goes here and he goes on the horse and he goes to Liberty. He goes to the Independence Hall and he wants to meet Lincoln. I don't even know if they're contemporary. And Lincoln is meanwhile there's Leibniz right here, and Leibniz just snuck out because Leibniz doesn't like Benjamin Franklin because it's like not Leibniz didn't have only beef with Newton. Apparently, Benjamin Franklin they hated each other. It's like copyright issues and everything. Like almanac because Leibniz says when he was thinking of modal like his calculus and everything, modal logic. Um, he came up with almanac and the poor almanac. So I don't remember the title. Poor Kids Almanac, is that the title? And but he said that Benjamin ripped it off, and meanwhile Jefferson was inventing his. We need Jefferson right here because there's another key player. So we'll let we'll let I don't know we'll let this lighter be Jefferson because Jefferson did a lot of pot, right? He had this pot um uh field and the slaves and everything. He grew pot with the slaves, and I don't think that's right. I mean, come on. I mean, and then Benjamin Franklin is right here. He goes and he goes to meet who? I forgot. Madison. So meanwhile, Madison is writing it in Braille because you have to make it available to everyone because like I don't know if you know this the captioning. I mean, there are some laws where you can just you have to like there's certain laws for that's why I love America because disabled people, senior people, you have to have laws. Like there has to be a ramp. Like why do you think this is like this? Because pretty much I'm pretty sure it's because when the guy the guy in the wheelchair comes, you can pretty much go like this, right? You can go like that, and so he goes there, and and then and this is the Mason Dixon line right here. I don't know how it can encroach upon Massachusetts or whatever. And it's snowing. He got out of his cart. I mean his not his cart, his fucking carriage. And he goes there and he knocks like knock knock who's there? It's me who Ben? It's Benjamin Franklin where? He's like it's me Benjamin Franklin from $100 bill y'all. And he goes, and then meanwhile there is this ninja who has been sent. Wait, let me find the ninja. So ninja is this visiting card, Omega visiting card. The ninja is meanwhile has been sent to assassinate fucking not Liveson already left. So he came to assassinate whoever he was trying to meet. I forgot I have to rewind it. Lincoln, right? Was it Lincoln? Yeah, Lincoln. Or Madison. I don't know, Jefferson. Because Jefferson is the leader. So the Japanese ninja was sent from a shogunate from the Edo period, and he time traveled. He found out he was basically he was doing this homework where he said, okay, divide by zero, and he did that, and then he found this ripped through this wormhole, this space time. He came, he visited from 1650 to 1787, and he came, and he wanted to assassinate. He basically wanted to assassinate whoever, right? He's pretty much has to do this, and he goes here, and he's like hiding, and we have Benjamin Franklin, right? But here's the thing: it's not Benjamin Franklin. It's a judge wearing a wig who looks just like Benjamin Franklin. So meanwhile, he throws his sigh and he already dead. And before he threw his sigh, this guy fell off, right? But the ninja comes around, right? And he goes and he checks his pulse. But he had a tennis ball under his his armpit, and they thought he thought he died. So, but what happened was, the tennis ball had a freaking arsenic, and not arsenic. Let's make it lead, because a lot of people died in the Victorian, even though it's not Victorian, from lead poison, mercury poison, whatever. It's like some poison, and he died. But even though he tried to fake his death, he actually died. So, and then the ninja, he dresses up as the what does he say? Strange bookshelf. I don't know why I have that. So the ninja becomes Benjamin Franklin, right? And he takes the carriage. He goes to the Mayflower. He travels to Japan, and meets his older self, which is Thomas Jefferson, right? Now Thomas Jefferson, but it was Thomas Jefferson. I'm just saying, like, the guy who's playing Thomas Jefferson is also playing the guy who his future self in the Edo period in Japan. Well, not Edo period, because it's 1787 in Japan, and then we have Tom Cruise here. We have freaking Tom Cruise and Matt Damon here. I don't know, like, who will be Tom Cruise and Matt Damon? Let's assume this is Tom Cruise, this is Matt Damon, right? Right, and then okay, we have to wrap it up. We've recapitulated. Because when Beethoven and Bach, they don't keep going. They pretty much say, okay, we have recapitulated. The motive has to repeat somehow. Or else if you're making like a score, right? It can like, it can be all over the place. So what happens was, reason why Matt Damon and Tom Cruise was there, because they also divided by zero, and they came to this meeting point, this culmination, this juncture of space time, where it meets this ninja, right? This ninja right here, and so what they do is, they're in the dining hall, and they have these long chopsticks, and the only way they can get feed is by get feeded by the other person. It's a circular thing, right? And then you have to feed here with a chopstick, and you have to feed the other person with the long chopsticks. So they feed that. But what these Tom Cruise and Matt Damon does, they take the chopstick and they throw the shot, and this guy dies. The ninja dies. But what happens is, since he was a fake ninja from the past, um, his soul burns to ashes, and didn't technically he died in the future. Benjamin Franklin, meanwhile, where's Benjamin Franklin? Who was Benjamin Franklin? Benjamin Franklin, the real Benjamin Franklin comes alive. It's like Deadpool. Like, and then he realizes that he just came from the chariot. The Mayflower is still there, so everything is like rewinding, like freaking theory of time. Everything's going backwards, and he's going back. The knock knock, who's there? Is me, Ben Franklin, $100 bill, yo. And then the Leibniz comes back, and then finally, what happens is, instead of knocking 3 times, he needs us to knock 2 times. He catches himself. He sees through the whole thing, the trap, the whole cosmic game, and he stops into like adjustment bureau. He goes twice, and then Leibniz comes and become friends, right? Leibniz, and meanwhile, the ninja who was there looking, he wasn't there in the first place. So Leibniz is here, and they become friends. Now, Benjamin Franklin and Leibniz, they collaborate and they come up with the treatise on the what is the foundation of because it can be, you can have a monolithic organization of the constitution, right? So they come up with a treatise, and what they do, what many people don't know, is like under the Liberty Hall, I'm sorry, in the under the Independence Hall, there is this thing where they wrote the foundational they delegated like 120 people, so we have 60 people here, 20 people here, 120 people who apparently, that's where the conspiracy theory comes out, like Illuminati, that can you um but here's what they don't know: through the gunwale and through those pilot thingy, the ships, not pilot, those circular um those where they put the arms through in the galleon, like the Mayflower, those 100 people, their identity in the Mayflower, in the ship, in the on those windows or the circular holes, there's this engraving of each name from 120 people. So if you go to Mayflower today and you see that, you see, go to those holes where they put those freaking cannons, you see their name actually. So the entire point of this whole stupid charade was um the identity of the what was the identity of the founder of the people under which the atlases of the world, the giants who holds the constitutional of America together. And if you go to Plymouth, you'll see that it says, what does it say? It says that I can't read. I'm sure it says something, cause it has a name, and when you take all the names, it says shit. Okay, I have to read, not through the camera. It says risk of electric shock, right? So it says risk of electric shock because what they do is they transmit through psychic powers, like the monks in the ancient times in Buddhist movies. They used to. So pretty much, you'll be so shocked by discovery, you'll question everything, and that's where this comes in. The strange bookshelf, right? So what can be a strange bookshelf? The conspiracy theory, like the entire bookshelf of conspiracy theory of U.S. Constitution, the founders like freaking Robert Langdon stuff. So my contention is this: if you, other than the fact that I'm fucked up and crazy and schizophrenic and not on meds, that I mean, you thought Trump was crazy, right? I mean, the contention is this: if you go to Mayflower, will you find the names of 122 players, key players, who who holds the foundational bedrock of our constitution and the Liberty Hall? Because I'm sure if you go to the Liberty Hall and if you, I mean, the Independence Hall, and if you dig it under, you'll see the names, the arrangement of those, it's caskets, these empty caskets, right? And I think I've gone officially insane, but that wasn't fun. I like the drawing ones better, that has more restraint. This is like all over the place. We'll cancel this segment.